Alright, so here we have a Lego Star Wars set. This is ages 9 and up. It's set 75-34-7. It is a TIE bomber with 625 pieces. And here on the bottom we can see the minifigures. So we have Vice Admiral Sloane, then we have Darth Vader, a TIE bomber pilot, and then a Gonk droid, which is going to be nice because I don't think I've ever had a Gonk droid, so that's going to be a first. So it seems they have a little tag here in the top right corner. It says Return of the Jedi. So some of the features on this set, you can see where the pilot goes in, the hatch goes up and down, and then we have the little bomber bay area where you can send down these torpedoes, which looks pretty cool. And we just have some scenery back here. Alright, so here we got the book. Here are some other sets that you can get. So we have these two sets right here, and I actually have videos on my channel on those sets. And then we have this year's battle pack right here, which I didn't do a video on, and I do own, and I built it and everything, but I wanted that to be for myself. As much fun as it is making videos on products that I buy, sometimes I do like to have something for myself. Here's bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, bag number 4. Alright guys, so I'm going to start assembling the set, and with every bag that I finish, I will do a little update just to take you through how the building experience is going or whatnot, or what I like or don't like. Alright, so bag 1 is complete, and this is what we're looking at right now. These pieces do not have stickers, they are printed onto the piece. Here are the minifigures, which I will go into more detail once this whole process is built. And here's another one right here. And here's a little, there you go. Alright, so after bag number 2, we have these two barrel shapes, which look really good. I love how they used all the slopes there to make them get that cylindrical shape. And it just looks so satisfying to look at. And the fact that it doesn't have a whole lot of studs being exposed, which makes it feel more premium. And yeah, this is looking really nice so far. Here are the little blaster holder stud shooters. 2 of them right there on the front. And we got that cockpit going. Alright, so after bag 3, this is where we're at. So we have partial wings, I would call them. And they are looking really detailed, and they have a nice, flat, complex surface. And it is looking really awesome. And then the front 2 parts here, they look finished off, and then this part opens up, of course, and close that up. And it can catch sometimes right here since it's so tight, but you just gotta come down straight with it. And then back here it's closed off, and yeah, it is looking really, really good. In this bag we got our Gonk droid, and then we have our pilot with his little pistol. Alright, so here we have all the extra pieces right here, if you want to take a look at that. And then we have the stutter remover tool right here. Okay, so here is Darth Vader, and he has the really nice soft cape here on the back. And then I'm going to show off all of his printing. And he has arm printing, which is awesome, and then the front right there, and he has the metallic paint that kind of shines, which is awesome. The lightsaber, and then the 2-part helmet. I turned my light off to see his face better because the lighting was too extreme, or at least the lighting that I'm using. And there's his face, you can see his features, and then the scarring on the back. Here is the other minifigure with her little blaster, and you can see simple printing there on the torso on the front, and then also the simple printing on her back torso, and then her nice hairpiece, and she doesn't have a back face, so it's just blank. Here we have the next minifigure, and they have a lot more complex printing here on the legs and the torso and the helmet, and the arms are standard, and then the back torso print, which all of this uses like the same shiny metallic that the Darth Vader minifigure had. We see the face right there, and no back face. Finally, we have the Gonk droid, and we see that he has the symbols on both sides, and then some alien language on the back, more symbols, and we see his legs, his feet. You can move his feet if you want, I guess. They are on a stud connected to that barrel piece, or those barrel pieces. And then the front, and then there we have the top. We got some smoothness there on the top. Before we get to the main set, I want to get this out of the way first. This transports the bombs and is like a little carrier vehicle, and I guess it has lights on the front, and pretty nice, pretty simple. And then on the bottom, you can put it on a flat surface and it'll seem like it's floating or hovering. It uses this piece right here to kind of hold the bombs in place, which I guess does an alright job to keep it in place. And they're still going to be like super loose, so if I go at an angle even like slightly, they're going to want to fall or whatnot. But still pretty nice that they made the attempt to try to hug the missiles so they're not loose all over the place or hitting the driver. There is a seat for somebody to ride, so you can have that happen. Alright, so here we have the main attraction, and this thing turned out really awesome. As you can see, the wings look really cool, and the shaping is just really good looking, and I want to start moving all these parts. I guess you could do this and make it some weird ship hybrid or whatever, and that makes it look like that. I'm assuming this part right here is the landing gear. It doesn't go flat all the way, but you can make it go 90 degrees, and then when it's like that, it's like a support so that all the weight isn't on the wings, is what I would assume. Here we have the bomber bay area, because it is a TIE bomber, and on the bottom you can see them sticking out, the little bombs, and all you have to do is press them down. You can do one by one, or you can just do it all in one shot. So if I just go down the middle with my finger, you'll see them come out, all of them at the same time. And no, I guess it's easier to do like probably two at a time, because if you try to do one, unless your fingers are super skinny, it's kind of hard to do that. But yeah, you can do them in pairs, or you can just do them all at once. I do have instances where these bombs don't want to click in properly. I think they're a little too loose for my taste, because when I was first building it and put the 4 bombs, one of them didn't want to click at all, so I'm not sure what kind of issue that would be, if it's the missile itself or if it's the actual holder that's the issue. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I switched it out for one of the backup ones and it fixed the issue, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm just going to slowly rotate around the set just so you can see all the details. So there's a side panel, the bottom panel, top panel. We've got the back here. Now we've got the other side. We have the bottom panel, top panel, and then we're going to swing around to the front. And that's where we have the little area for the pilot. And it's looking really cozy in there. And then we have this piece right here, and then we have the little stud shooters, and these actually these do not have a stud on them. They're just, I guess they're flat shooters, I don't know what you would call them, but we're gonna shoot those off right now. And there you go, that is the flat slash stud shooters in action. I think this piece in the middle can get a little wonky if you mess with it a lot, but if you try to just keep it straight, it'll be fine, and trying not to mess with it. There is also a back piece that's like that. It is one of these pieces on the back, basically, on that little piece. I'm not really sure why I like this little detail right here. It kind of, I know it's like a function for the door, so that the door opens, but it kind of just makes it look cool also. Like, it has unintentional detail. Alright, so I put the pilot in there, and he fits really snug, and I'm going to go ahead and close this. And yeah, it seems like it fits pretty good. It doesn't really feel like it's his head or helmet is bumping on it. It kind of just closes like it's supposed to. I find this whole piece really interesting for whatever reason. Well, that pretty much does it for this build, guys. Thank you for joining or tuning into the video. Feel free to check out my Spotify playlist, which is a compilation of some of my favorite music of all time. You'll find that linked in the description. And then also I'll have my SoundCloud linked down there. I am working on something right now. At this point, I am rapping over beats, and it's nothing crazy. It's not like I'm making my own songs or own beats. I'm kind of just taking beats from the internet and rapping over them. It's really all it is. It's nothing crazy, nothing groundbreaking, but that's what that's about. If you want to check that out, feel free to do that. You can choose to follow me on my Instagram or Twitter, which is basically GRREZ, just like the channel is named. And if you like the video, you can like the video. If you like my content, you can subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notification bell with all notifications if you want to stay notified on whatever I do, videos, or if I do a little update photo or whatever, or some shorts or whatnot. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.